keeping track of is the weather, and there's no wind, no sun, nothing. 80 days and I'm not feeling better, but a sweet relief is finding me. There's no love under the portrait.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Glad you decided to hang out with me today. In today's video, we're going to be working on this microwave stand. We're going to take everything off and out of it, and we're going to pull all the hardware off of it, and we're going to be painting it blue to match the kitchen cabinets. Now, I really want to redo this whole entire area over here, so until I get a game plan together and know exactly what I want, we're just going to make this little microwave stand work. What I mean by that is I have a cabinet in the living room that holds all of our pantry items. I really want my pantry in the kitchen where it's supposed to be and where it makes sense and where it's easily accessible. So we're going to bring everything out of that cabinet in the living room, and we're going to be putting it into this little stand right here. I bought this stand a couple of years ago at Hobby Lobby so I could have a designated area or counter space for my microwave. Since I don't have a lot of counter space, I really wanted its own area. There is a drawer and a cabinet back there that we can't get to once we put this stand back. What I store in there are things that I can't use or that I don't use on a daily basis. And so I just store that in there until I need it. So what I'm going to do is take everything out of that drawer and cabinet and put it in the cabinet that's in the living room. Everything that's in the cabinet in the living room, we're going to be putting in here. This will be a temporary pantry until I can figure out what I want to do with this area. I want it to function for three things. I want it to be my microwave area, I want it to be my coffee bar, and a pantry. So I would like to do three things in this small area. So again, this will be temporary until I can figure out what I want to do over here. Over on my Instagram, Miss T from At Home with T actually sent me a couple of photos for inspiration, and there was one photo that I really liked that I will probably play off of and turn it into my own design. So she really helped me out. I will put my Instagram up on the screen. It's also linked down in the description below if you're interested in following me over there. I will also have Miss T's YouTube channel linked down in the description below as well. Y'all, I am not going to lie to you. This day was a day for me. It seemed like everything that could go wrong went wrong, and I was just being tested. And I had to take a lot of breaks. I had to breathe a lot. This screw right here wouldn't come off. I spent a good 20 minutes in my husband's building trying to figure out what kind of tool I needed to get these screws off of this thing. And I'm not very familiar with all these tools, so it was just very frustrating. I did some deep breathing and I calmed myself down and I went back to it, and I eventually got through it and figured it out. If you're wondering what my game plan was, I had none. I just dove in. I didn't do any preparation to the surface because it was kind of a rough surface to begin with. But if it is a slick surface, you would want to rough it up a little bit with some sandpaper. But again, I didn't have to do it here. Now, I do know that when I rolled that first layer of paint on, I knew it was going to take a lot of layers to get it as dark as the kitchen cabinets, because the kitchen cabinets, they were brown when I first painted them, and this is white, so it's going to take a lot more to get it darker, which is fine. It turned out really good in the end. Also, that jar, that big pickle jar that I moved out of the way, that is our grease jar. All the grease that comes from cooking, we poured in that jar. I don't do that anymore. I actually use paper towels now. I soak it up while I'm cooking and just throw it away. So that jar will be thrown away as well.
Here's what I like. Laying on the beach with sunlight in my eyes, laughing with my friends under the sky, following our hearts so then we take a ride. Wherever, I always try to let my spirit fly, fly away. That's the only way to get that high, high, always. If you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a struggle, give you a struggle. If you're looking for trouble, I am the needle who will push your bubble, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna fight pieces wood, I'm not backing down. So if you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a struggle, give you a struggle. Here's what I like. Jumping from a roof that is almost too high. Laying on the grass, I close my eyes. Playing my guitar till my fingers are numb. I always try to let my spirit fly, fly away. That's the only way to get that high, high, always. If you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a struggle, give you a struggle. If you're looking for trouble.
I did think about taking all of the hardware off and spray painting it gold, but because it's on a roller thing, I was scared that the paint would be scratched off. So I just left all the hardware black. It's hard to see in the end. It's hard to see the hardware, which is fine. But I think gold would look a lot better. But again, I just didn't want it to be scratched off.
I am the needle who will push your bubble, yeah. 'Cause I don't wanna fight pieces wood, I'm not backing down. So if you're looking for trouble, you better count on it. I will give you a struggle, give you a struggle. Sunshine, I've been waiting. sunshine while you playing with my head all the time. You go way out of line. Sunshine, don't keep me waiting. Show me affection, attention, and care. Losing the tension, and baby, I swear I give you my tomorrow. Forever and now, I'll never bring you sorrow. So don't let me down. I'll chase away your shadows, away from the crowd. I give you my tomorrow. Forever and now. Spotlight from my cell phone. Sounds like it's your ringtone. I get chills when you call. Wanna give you my heart. So I might talk all night long. Show me affection, attention, and care. Losing the tension, and baby, I swear I give you my tomorrow. Forever and now, I'll never bring you sorrow. So don't let me down. I'll chase away your shadows, away from the crowd. I give you my tomorrow. Forever and now. Chills, yeah, I get chills when you come. Wanna give you my heart. So don't you let me down. Head, why you play with my head? Can't you love me instead? I give my all, I give you my tomorrow. Forever and now, I'll never bring you sorrow. So don't let me down. I'll chase away your shadows, away from the crowd. I give you my tomorrow. Forever and now.
I knew that when I decided to paint this, I would keep the top part white just to make it look like it blends in with the kitchen countertops. Looking back on it now, I should have kept the bottom trim white as well, because there is a white trim along the bottom of the kitchen cabinets, and I think it would have looked better that way. But eventually, you know, down the road, if I change my mind, I can go back in and just paint that bottom part white, because I do intend to repaint the top part white. Where the microwave sits, there are spots where the paint has been scuffed off and stuff, and there's a lot of stains up there. So I do plan on taking some white paint and repainting the top, and then I can decide then if I want to repaint the bottom.
I don't wanna care so much, 'cause I really care too much. It's all just overwhelming, I'm just overthinking. I feel like I'm too much. Keep mistaking my anxiety for intuition, and stress keeps getting in the way of my ambition. Logically, I know I shouldn't feel this way, but my body doesn't agree with my brain. I'm looking over my shoulder, worrying it's over before it starts. I'm looking over my shoulder, worrying there's no one there who cares like I do. I really wanna feel free, but I'm worried I will lose me. Somewhere along the road, I lost, I'm feeling cold. Get caught up in something new that's been further down the rabbit hole. Down I go, down I go. Ooh. Logically, I know I shouldn't feel this way, but my body doesn't agree with my brain. I'm looking over my shoulder, worrying it's over before it starts. I'm looking over my shoulder, worrying there's no one there who cares like I do. In the past, worry about the present. How do I make it last? Oh, make it last. In the past, thinking about the future. Is it gonna be like that? 'Cause I'm looking over my shoulder, worrying it's over before it starts. I'm looking over my shoulder, worrying there's no one there who cares like I do.
We are halfway through this video. If you're still here watching, drop a purple heart down in the comments. Also, while you're down there, tell me one favorite food that you had at Thanksgiving dinner. My favorite that we have every single year is broccoli casserole. I absolutely love it. My aunt fixes it every year. I have gotten her recipe and try to fix it myself, and it just does not taste the same. It's got to be the love that she pours into it. While I'm letting this stand dry, I'm going to go ahead and clean out this drawer and this cabinet over here. It is very hard to get to, even without something in front of the cabinet, as you can see. I'm sure we can just switch that cabinet door, but the cabinet is small. So I'm going to take everything out and set it over in the living room and get ready to clean out the cabinet in the living room.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could stare at you for 100 years and I never blink an eye. You were beautiful, just like a flower. I could walk with you for 1,000,000 miles and my feet would not get tired. Where you go, I'll go, winter or summer. I don't care that seasons change, 'cause darling, I'll stay right here with you. Every night and every day, 'cause darling, there's nothing in this world I'd rather do. Never been this close to heaven, never felt something just like this ecstasy. Never been this close to heaven. I don't know if this is real or fantasy, or somewhere in between, or somewhere in between. Oh yeah. You could fall asleep for 100 hours and I wouldn't miss a thing. I would keep you safe while you were dreaming. You could scream and shout, cry 1,000.
Now that everything is dried, I am taking my vacuum cleaner and just vacuuming all the dirt and the debris out of the shelves and the drawers, and then I'm going to put on the hardware. And I had trouble putting the hardware back on. I had trouble taking it off. I had trouble putting it back on. It was just frustrating, but I eventually figured it out and got it all on there.
Tears and I wouldn't let fear win. What you feel, I feel. Together we're healing. What a time to be in love. Oh my, oh my, oh my God. Never been this close to heaven. Never felt something just like this. Ecstasy. Never been this close to heaven. I don't know if this is real or fantasy, but somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. Oh yeah. Want the good, want the bad, all the feelings. Want you happy and sad in between them. If there's one thing I truly believe in, ordinary love, ordinary love. I wanna oversleep in your shirt 'cause it's ours. Brush my teeth while you're taking a shower. If there's one thing I know, there is power in ordinary love, ordinary love. Don't you ever say you are not enough, baby, you're enough. So don't you be afraid and take a leap of faith. It doesn't have to be holy, holy. I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me, show me.
After I struggled getting the hardware back on, I slid this back into the little slot, and for some reason it wouldn't go up against the wall. So I thought it was this little hose that was sticking out from behind of the refrigerator, and it still wasn't sliding up against the wall. So I didn't know what was wrong, so I kept pulling it out, pushing it in, pulling it out, and I finally figured that there were 2 humps in the floor. I don't know, it was up underneath the vinyl, so I don't know exactly what it is, but I had to get over that. So I slid it back in, and I was just so done with it. I was just so frustrated, and I was ready to get this put back together and just be done with it.
Ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, holy. When it's ordinary love, ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah, wanna fix, wanna heal where it's hurting. Gonna put out the fire where it's burning. I will be there with all of my being. Ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah. Don't you ever say you are not enough, baby, you're enough. So don't you be afraid and take a leap of faith. It doesn't have to be holy, holy. I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me, show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, holy. When it's ordinary love, ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah. Ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah.
I went through everything that was sitting on the kitchen counter and threw away things that were expired and threw away things that I no longer use. And then I moved into the living room. Now this is where my Christmas tree sits, in front of this cabinet. So it's very hard to access it when I need something from the pantry. These two drawers are my junk drawers in the house. So what I'm going to do is try to move most of everything out of the left drawer and put it into the right drawer. So I could put my loose leaf recipes and recipe books in that drawer. And then everything else I'm going to put down in the cabinet.
You told me there'd be better days, and nothing that can pull us under. You wanna take the pain away, but know that I was born as a fighter. We fade, but we're better than that. We're better than that. I know you know, so why are we holding on, holding on? Yeah, seems like we're back on start, but go. I go right and you go left before it turns to red. It's true. Yeah, I hope that we could work it out. We'll never be enough for you. No shed a tear or two for good. There are other ways and other reasons, but only one that cuts to pieces. So why we tryna hide from trust when we could just leave? We fail, but we're better than that. Yeah, we're better than that. I know you know, so why are we holding on, holding on? Yeah, seems like we're back on start, but go. I go right and you go left before it.
Some of the things that I am putting up underneath this cabinet is a dehydrator, a food dehydrator, and a bag sealer. Those are my husband's. He likes to hunt, and when he brings home a deer, he likes to make deer jerky. So that's why we have that. We don't use that on a daily basis, so that is why it's going under here. There are some cooking utensils that I don't use on a regular basis. There is a humongous cupcake pan that I have used in the past years with my kids' cakes. I keep that just in case one of the kids decide that they want a big old cupcake birthday cake. So just things that I don't use on a regular basis but do use, I'm just putting under here out of the way. While I was putting stuff into this cabinet, my third daughter was taking everything that I pulled out of this cabinet into the kitchen, and I just told her just put it in the floor, and this is everything that came out of the cabinet in the living room. Now I'm going to try to play Tetris again. Y'all know that is my most favorite game. Cue the sarcasm. But I'm going to try to put everything into this cabinet.
Did it all for you. Hardest mine, but all the elements live rent free in my mind. Moody. 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 Oh, you big Moody. I crave love and attention, but I keep everybody at a distance. If I build it, will y'all really come? About all these panties, but I really don't wear none. I like boys and I like girls, but I love my baby. Some may judge, but Emmanuel is still God within me. Yeah. I don't drink liquor.
I really wanted to be able to clean the top of the microwave off, so I tried to put the chips and the ramen noodles in this drawer together, and I knew it wasn't going to work, but it's okay. I left the ramen noodles in this drawer. I also put the potatoes in here, and I just put the chips back in that bucket and set it back on top of the microwave. I'm going to do some research to see if I can find some containers that will keep the chips from going stale outside of the bag, and hopefully I can find some. So if y'all know of any, just let me know down in the comments or over on my Instagram. I had some things that were in this cabinet originally that I didn't have room for, so I needed to find something to do with it. So I had extra spices that I put up into my spice cabinet, and then I had my bullet left over, so all I did was put my bullet and the containers or the accessories that go to the bullet inside that blue container, and I set it up on top of the refrigerator.
Something about a champagne toast. Still can't swim, but I sure could float. I rip the water, bear a sign, but all the elements live rent free in my mind. Yeah. Moody. Moody. You don't need to let your body go. Hungry heart. It's not easy to start over. I've been there a couple of times, starting over. Know that when the night comes over you, rest it.
After I'm done reorganizing the top of the refrigerator, my husband is going to take the trash out and replace a clean trash bag in the trash can. And that'll be it for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already and would like to, hit that subscribe button. We are close to our 1,500 subscribers. We are trying to hit 1,500 by the end of the year, and I think we can do that. Don't forget to share this with your mom and them, and I will see y'all Wednesday. I had to think what day it was. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Bye.
All I'm keeping track of is the weather.